Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Elk Rapids High School and Glowicki Stadium for tonight's Week 8 game in high school football season. Thank you all for joining us on Next Level Broadcasting. I am Eric Huffman, joined this week by Levi Prohl and Burr Ulry, going to be our cameraman for this week. Elks are going to take on the Huskies of Benzie Central. Elk Rapids coming in at 3-4. And the Huskies of Benzie Central are coming in at 2-5. Elk Rapids, nice victory last week, 46-6 over Tawas. While Benzie Central also had a victory last week, 54-12 over Oscoda. And looking at the schedules of these two teams, it seemed to be kind of evenly matched as far as the teams that they've beaten and the types of points they've put up against certain teams as well. So this could be anybody's game, and according to these two teams, a lot of it could be determined by mistakes on the field, penalties and turnovers. Elk Rapids defense is capable of creating a bunch of turnovers. But Benzie Central also able to put points on the board as well. They did score, I think, at least 20 points against Traverse City St. Francis. So Benzie's got an opportunity to put some points on the board and get a third win. Elk Rapids looking to possibly finish with a winning record on the season. So, this game right now is for second place in the leaders division of the Northern Michigan Football Conference. Last year, Elk Rapids won by the barn burner score, Levi, of 7-2. And speaking of some of the common opponents, again, Elk Rapids had beat Tawas 46-6. Benzie Central won actually 56-0. And then Oscoda being the other common opponent within the conference as well. Elk Rapids won 8-6, and Benzie won 54-12. Again, but I believe that was their game last week. So again, this could be anybody's game. We've got a bunch of other games going on in the Next Level universe tonight. Frankfurt is going to East Jordan to play the Red Devils. Boyne City and Charlevoix are going to get it on in the Raiders at Kipke Field, at the Raiders home field. So that should be an interesting game. We'll have to check in on that. Gaylord St. Mary's is going to host Holton. And tomorrow we've got a really nice game. And make sure you tune in to Next Level for that. In the coaches poll, number 3, Traverse City St. Francis is going to play host down at Thurlby Field to number 2, Jackson Lumen Christi, the 3-time defending state champions. And Traverse City just coming off a really tough loss to Pontiac Notre Dame Prep last week. But getting back to this game, speaking of Elk Rapids, what I liked about Elk Rapids with how I followed them this year is the youth movement that's coming on. I believe we'll have the middle school coach, Liberty Provost, will come in. He was with me a few weeks ago doing it during the game. And he'll come in here and help out a bit later on during the game as well. I believe the second quarter or so, he'll come in here and give him some insight. We'll ask him about the middle school team, see how they're doing, how the season's progressing. And again, talk about the youth movement here. I believe there's 6 or 7 sophomores on the varsity. You've got one that starts at quarterback, and you've got Brody Turner's come in and subbed in really well for the injured Mason Cannon, although I saw last week Mason Cannon was on some of our highlights when we do our highlight show, when we do the Next Level Broadcasting show on Thursdays. So it'll be interesting to see the mixture of youth and the seniors on their way out into their last home game here at Elk Rapids at Glowicki Field for the season before they end the season up at East Jordan, which should be another intriguing game. But right now, I'd like to thank our sponsors covering tonight's game: Pro Seamless Gutters, TVC, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, Brothers Tree Service, Pearls New Orleans Kitchen, Bingham Insurance, Mid-Lake Builders, and Sky Media 45. We can't be here without you, so again, we thank you so much for providing support, not only for us, but for the football team as well. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we will be getting ready for the national anthem and getting ready for the start of kickoff. So again, stay tuned, and we'll be right back. You are watching high school football on Next Level Broadcasting, simulcast on nextlevelbroadcasting.net and on elkrapidsfootball.com. We'll be back in a few. Stay tuned.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe, without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown cherry capital airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Mid-Lake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown cherry capital airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Mid-Lake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
And welcome back to Glowicki Stadium. Liberty Provost, middle school coach at Elk Rapids Elks, has graced our presence in the booth already. I wasn't sure when he was going to come in today, but we're so happy to have him in here for another game. Liberty, thank you so much for being my partner again in the booth for another game.
Man, I appreciate the opportunity. I love it. This is a lot of fun, and I'm happy to be here.
We see where you got the game time banner all set up, getting ready for the team to run through, and we're getting ready for the anthem soon. And I was talking to my pre-game before you came in here. Seems to be a couple of evenly matched teams for the most part. Talked about some of the common teams that they played and the scores and whatnot. Looks like on paper this could be anybody's game, depending on miscues, mistakes, and whatnot.
Sure. I mean, so many games come down to those little things, but kind of exciting for an end of the season, hopefully close matchup, you know what I mean? Both of these teams have had plenty of time to put all their plans in, and I mean, here we are, mid-October. This is high school football weather right now.
And here come the Elks onto the field.
Yeah.
Another chance, too, Coach, to this is a chance for Elk Rapids to end up with a winning record and, kind of get through this week, have a nice win this week, and then finish the season at East Jordan, which would be a nice contest and a really nice feather in the cap if they could pull that one off, too.
Yeah.
But nice for the Elks to have a chance at a winning season right now coming into this week.
Absolutely, man. I mean, every season's got its ups and downs, I mean, Elks took a little bit to get acclimated to what they're trying to do, but now, man, last week they looked like they were firing on all cylinders to me.
Yeah, it was a 46-6 big win. Nice to see the offense get some points on the board, and the defense be nice and stout. I always talk about the defense, Elk Rapids defense. Just a couple of games. They gave up 30 to Boyne City and the 41 to Charlevoix, but other than that, you're talking within 10, 12 points, and no more than that. And the way they're able to create turnovers too. The defense can keep them in the game as long as the offense is clicking. And if you can have an offense like you had last week, this could be a very entertaining game as we are getting ready for the national anthem. We will take a quick break and be right back for kickoff. You're watching Next Level Broadcasting. We'll be right back.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws.
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
And of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe, without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
It's all good, Coach. You're allowed to clap. They did a good job. And welcome you back into the booth. Nice job by the band for the national anthem as we prepare for kickoff. Real quick, get one of our sponsors out of the way. Your home gutters are always there when you need them to be. And so is our good friend, Orion Beningo. And that's why he started Professional Seamless Gutters. Professional Seamless Gutters offers fast and experienced service and real-time quotes. But wait, there's more. They will actually answer your phone call. That's Professional Seamless Gutters at 989-619-3407. And tell them we sent you. Loving the orange uniforms this week, Coach. Man, real easy to read these numbers up here.
Yeah, got a real Halloween vibe going.
We'll be checking into some of our other games. Like I said during the pre-show, we'll check in with East Jordan hosting Frankfurt, Charlevoix hosting Boyne City. I'm not sure. Does Gaylord, St. Mary's game is today or tomorrow? I got to check on that real quick. But we'll be checking in, giving you some score updates as well. And that is, it's actually tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Gaylord St. Mary's playing host to Holton. And then big one, Traverse City St. Francis hosting Jackson Lumen Christi. We'll have a nice crew down there tomorrow. I'll be down there with Charles and the boys. Thurlby Field for that game. As we get ready to kick off, Benzie Center will kick off to start the game. Lane Sanchez will kick it off for the Huskies. And we're away. Connor Carlisle lets it go through his hands. Let's help pick it up about 2-yard line. He's got one blocker. He'll get to the 10. Gets away from one, gets to the 15, gets away from another, 25, to the 30, sidesteps another, 35, 40, 45, 50. There's no one in front of him. He may go. 25, 20, there's no one there. Touchdown, Elk Rapids. Connor Carlisle from 98 yards on the opening kickoff of the game.
No laundry on the field. That one's going to stand up.
Well, we get caught up in so many of these plays, Coach, during the season. It's like I'm always looking for that piece of laundry as you get excited with that call. But no flags on the play. What a way to start your last game, your last home game of the season than having a kickoff return for a touchdown. Opening play of the game.
I mean, you couldn't really stretch that play much farther. That went from the 2-yard line in the back left corner to he scored and at the right pylon about 160 yards away.
And to find out that the fight song for Elk Rapids is the MSU fight song. So actually something positive to hear from the MSU fight song these days.
Nice. Big Michigan State game coming up next weekend.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see who really wants to watch it from either side the way it's going right now. Yeah, Elk Rapids will line up for the 2-point conversion. Tremble out of the gun. He's going to look to pass it. He was looking for Flutie out in the flat. He had one guy on him. He tips it away, falling complete. The score will remain 6-0.
Looked like a pretty good route. I think Mr. Trammell just got a little air under that ball.
Yeah, a little high on that one. Yeah, absolutely. Brothers Tree Service has been providing exceptional service in northern Michigan since 2005. And this year they're celebrating 20 years of tree implant care. So the next time you are in need of a tree, see what Brothers Tree Service can do for you online at brotherstreeservice.net. Just getting underway, 11:40 to go in the first quarter.
How about we kick it the other way this time?
Yes. Now, for Elk Rapids, let's see if we can get it to stop about the 2-yard line and have it stop right there. We don't need a run back.
I noticed Zach Caldwell busting through the poster earlier. Had a little trip and fall in there.
Right?
He is. He's hyped up. This guy's ready to go.
Well, just at least you didn't have one of those where you got caught in it spring loaded him headed backwards.
Right.
Jake Moore to kick off for Elk Rapids.
Huh. A little pooch pick.
Wormburner about the 22-yard line. Hit about the 30-yard line, but he'll stop right at the 32 where the Huskies will take it. 1st and 10.
Elks coming out firing, boy. They are sprinting down. Looking tough.
Yeah, and so you had nice job and good Rapids defense. Let's see, can we get a 3-and-out to start this game as well? Keep the momentum going. You know, one thing, the one Achilles heel that I always call out for Elk Rapids is they always like to put, 8 or 9 on the box or really focus on stopping the run. But then your DBs get tunnel vision, and then once in a while they'll give up that long ball, and all depends on if the quarterback can connect.
Mm-hmm.
Flag on a play. Looked like could be procedure. Or offsides on the defense. Looked like they were trying to sneak through there. I know you'll get Braden Flutie once in a while trying to jab step and try to get the offense to a false start. Looks like we may have got the Elks this time.
Yep. Good. Being able to change up your snap count is so valuable.
We'll see if that'll take some of the aggression away from Elk Rapids, or if it's just one of those things, and they'll come back to it. Huskies out of the gun. They'll lose one tackler. No, doing nice pursuit by the Elks. He'll get no gain on that play, maybe lose a yard. Parker Pritchett on the carry.
Warmer than I thought tonight.
Dude, yeah. I mean, it was. I wasn't sure how many layers to bring, so I threw a bunch of stuff in the truck. As the last time I was down here, I believe I shed off about 5 pounds in this room.
Yes, it gets warm up here. Nice night out.
Huskies out of the gun. Zickert, quarterback. He'll take the snap, look to pass. He had the guy in the flat. He was looking down. He decided to go to his seam pass in the middle, overthrows it, incomplete. Be 3rd and 6. Should be, yeah, 3rd and 6. Looked like at first he wanted to get it out to the flat and then started going through his progressions and didn't quite get himself set up right to make that throw.
Yeah, but like had 2 receivers, both looked kind of open, and that pass kind of split him down the middle, so.
On 3rd and 6, Zickert's got him set up in the double wing. We'll move some motion around and reset.
Heavy right. Oh,
and
boy.
you see, again, that looks like he got back in time. A first down and more. Finally brought down by, I want to say, Colin McCormick if he turns his head. Yep, Colin McCormick on the tackle there, not before a Huskies first down.
Looks like Parker Pritchett on the carry. That guy looked like he had a little burst.
49-yard line of Elk Rapids. Ball rest on, 1st and 10. And we'll get some updates around Next Level Universe when we get a moment here.
Benzie likes to switch their power side around.
Zicker going to pitch to the left. Almost grabbed after a few yards. Down to 30, 25, dives forward for a couple more yards. Nice gain and run after the pitch by Pritchett there.
Yeah, I would say my philosophy kind of is find the dude on the other team. Who's that guy that's going to beat you, and make sure you're committing enough resources to stopping that guy. If your number 2 or 3 guy beats you, that's kind of the chance you take. But you got to stop. You got to stop the best. So I think the Elks are going to key on 21 a little bit here as this game continues on.
Zicker will hand off. Get the jet sweep to the right. He's down to the 20. Runs over an Elk and run out of bounds right about the sticks. Dane Gillison the carry on that one.
Good strong tackle on the corner there from Mr. Darren, I believe. Having corners that can tackle, such an advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the things I applaud Braden Flutie a lot for, because, man, he can really run some people down and hang on to them in some tackles, and some timely tackles, too, when the Elks have needed it.
2nd and 1 from the 15.
Zickert going to look pass again. He's got screen pass out to the left, down to the 10, 5. Leaps over an Elk and makes it in. Touchdown, Huskies.
Wow.
Gillison from 14 yards out.
We could have a shootout on our hands tonight, Eric.
Yeah, and, makes me wonder. Yeah, again, looking at comparable teams and scores, this could be a back-and-forth affair.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Benzie's going to opt to go for 1.
Lane Sanchez to kick the extra point.
No,
blocked by Braden Flutie. Maybe calling his name quite a bit tonight, Coach. So the blocked extra point leaves the score 6-6. 9:45 left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, I would say there was 2 missed assignments, and heart of the line there because Flutie and Caldwell were ready to shake hands with the kicker.
Hey, Coach, it's time to get away to your dream destination. Like many, that means flying into Northern Michigan. Whether you're looking to fly in or out of Northern Michigan this fall, look to fly, then take to the sky with TVC. Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport is your best gateway to the world, offering services from Allegiant, American, Delta, Sun Country, and United Airlines. Visit tvcairport.com for up-to-the-minute flight schedules and to book your next getaway today. I believe at the game tomorrow, I think we have a special guest from TVC coming to join us in the booth for a little bit.
Nice.
That'll be really cool. Again, one possession for each team, one score for each team. And this could be quite the affair down here at Glowicki Field. Again, last home game of the season for the Elks. They will finish next week at East Jordan, which should be a very nice matchup, Coach.
Okay. East Jordan, we do our preseason scrimmages up there. They have a nice stadium, nice field.
Yeah, Boswell really awesome in the fall.
Yeah.
Carlisle's going to let it bounce over his head, go into the end zone.
This Benzie kicker's got quite a leg on him. You don't see it blasted into the end zone a ton up here.
No, not too many. And some of these schools now are getting to where they kind of do these pooch kicks and try to find spots to kick it to or whatnot. I think I saw a line drive, almost like they picked out a player to try to hit with the ball last week at one time.
Sure.
First quarter in East Jordan, it looks like a 0-0 tie with Frankfurt.
Elks come out with twins left.
Flutie in motion. Trammell's going to hand off. Mason Cannon down to the 20. Run out of bounds about the 23-yard line. And good sub work from Brody Turner, subbing for Mason Cannon while he was injured. Although I say we got Cannon back, last week or 2 weeks ago or something like that, Coach?
Yep.
Nice to see him back on the field and logging some minutes again.
Absolutely. No question. Yep, he's excited for his last game on Glowicki, and I'm sure Brody will find his way out there soon enough.
Well, I always talk about the youth movement here, too, where you got 6 or 7 sophomores on the varsity team. We're calling out sophomore names all the time. Braden Flutie going to try the left side. He sidesteps one tackler, gets to the 20 or 30 and more. 1st and 10, it wrestled down at 37-yard line. Good job by Braden Flutie. 1st and 10, Elks.
Great carry for a Flutie. Had to make a couple moves there to pick up those yards. That could have been cooked after 3 or 4, but he picked up the first.
Yes, very fleet of foot, that young man is. First quarter in Charlevoix. It's a 0-0 tie over there. That's a game that could go either way, too, Charlevoix and Boyne City.
Gotcha.
1st and 10, Elks. Trammell under center this time. Hands off up the middle to Mason Cannon. He'll get about 5 yards on that play. Make it 2nd and 5.
Boyne was kind of the big dogs last year. Is that correct?
Yeah, traditionally you've got, Boyne City is one of those schools that you always got to look out for when they're on your schedule. It's one you've got to make sure you're preparing for. And a lot of it has to do with the schedule, too. I always talk about you're only as good as your schedule, and, they always have the schedule to back it up.
Gotcha.
2nd and 5. Hand off to Flutie. He'll get to the 45. Eluded one tackler and dropped about the 48-yard line. Zickard on the tackle there.
Another first down for the Elks. Got a nice little drive going.
Yep, and you'll get some of these plays that you see they'll keep coming back to. That's what I call, Coach, you get from the cow that's giving milk. It's keep getting it until the well runs dry, then let's move on to the next one, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I think I need to take that advice myself because, my play calling, man. Sometimes I love it. Sometimes I get frustrated with it. But I got to stick with what works, that's for sure.
First and 10 Elk Rapids. Mason Cannon up the middle again. Sidestep
He's
50,
gone.
45, 40, 30-yard line. There's no one there again. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Elk Rapids. Mason Cannon from 52.5 yards out.
Man, I think you called it earlier. I think kind of looks like they were stacking the box there, trying to stop the run, didn't really have a deep safety, and then you get it back with a head of steam that bursts through there. Not a lot of resistance.
Well, and I've found that through the year, not only with Cannon but with Turner too. If they can get through that, if they can get through the linebacker line, I mean, the odds are they're going to bust a big one. If not, what just happened?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this could be a 10-round fight with a lot of big swings.
Elks will line up for 2.
Oh, he's
Trammell.
got
Oh,
him.
yeah. Standing there. He was pitching the tent, waving his arms. He was so wide open there. Jake Moore with a 2-point conversion. 7:49 left to go in the first quarter. 14-6. Elk Rapids over Benzie Central. We will take a quick break and come back for the kickoff. You are watching high school football on Next Level Broadcasting. Simulcast on elkrapidsfootball.com. We'll be right back.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws.
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
And of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe, without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Welcome back to Elk Rapids. Elks just taking a 14-6 lead. Jake Moore with the kickoff. Over the head of Benzie Central Husky. Will
Smart
finally
play.
trickle its way into the end zone. Good job by him to not touch that ball.
Yeah, I thought he was going to panic on the one
I was
and
worried
decide to
about
pick
that,
it up,
yeah,
but he held off. Those not easy to do, and it's hard to stay focused and always make the right play when the ball's trickling around in front of you. And that was a good play by him.
Plenty of action early here in Elk Rapids. You know, checking in on some of the other games, they're already like down to 2-3 minutes or less to go in their first quarter, and we've still got 7:49 to go here. Don't worry, concession stands are full of food. We can hang it up. Oh, the quarterback's going to end up keeping it. He's the 25 and the 30, first down and more. Gets past the 50-yard line. Bumped out of bounds finally by Keegan Keel. Big gain on the play, 1st and 10 Huskies.
Yep, I've been actually trying to put in the quarterback draw on my team this last couple weeks. We've been doing a little more shotgun, and same thing. I think it's a valuable play. If you can get the defense spread out, drop it into pass coverage, and then just kind of pick a hole where it is.
Is there something you can do several or different sets with that to set up the quarterback keeper, not just the spread, to open up the box?
For sure. For sure. We're working on a little fullback draw, too, and a couple different ways you can draw it up.
Zickert on the snap.
And that one was piled
And
up.
nice job by the Elks right there, meeting him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play for Pritchett that time. We'll give him about 1 yard on that. How did how have the middle school Elks been? They still have games left in their season? Are they done yet?
We got one game left.
Okay.
Tuesday we'll go up to Mansalona. Took a beat in this Tuesday to Grayling, a very, very good team. But we played well. We played well, and proud of the boys.
Nice. 2nd and 9 for Benzie. Get one in motion. Hand off to Pritchett. Met at the line of scrimmage. Bounces off a couple of tacklers. He'll end up getting about 3 yards on that play. Still end up with about 3rd and 6.
Yep. Looked like Jake Moore held the end there again. That's such a huge position, defensive end. For me, it's the most important defensive slot.
Yeah, I sound like a broken record doing Elks games because I always talk about setting the edge and not giving up the deep ball.
If Jake gets pulled in there and he pops it out, that's a touchdown.
Yep. 3rd down. Ooh, nice.
Oh!
Intercepted by Moore. He's at the 50, 45.
Johnny
gonna
on
be
the
run
spot.
down. He's thrown down by the quarterback at the 35-yard line. That was an absolute bullet that bounced off the receiver and right spot at the right time, and a nice return too.
I can't recall ever seeing that necessarily happen like that before, and I've watched a lot of football. That was a downfield pass, right?
But that was a laser.
That was like 10 yards downfield, and it got intercepted at the line of scrimmage.
Yep, basically. That was an Ollie Trammell laser, not by Ollie Trammell, but the way he throws the ball, he can throw some frozen ropes. But, man, nice return after the interception, setting up great field position at the 35 of Benzie. False start on the Elks. You're going to get Jake Moore.
I mean, I guess that's why we love sports, right?
Yes.
So you can watch it for your whole life and see something new on a Friday night.
Absolutely. Hey, there you go. Pay your punishment, young man.
Knocking out some push-ups for the false start. Like the accountability.
Yeah, I used to do that. Doing basketball, you get somebody like a turnover or a travel or whatever. Yeah, get your push-ups in. We'll move on. After the penalty, 1st and 15. Trammell under center again. Got the pro set in the back. Flutie's going to get rid of one tackler, get rounded up by a host of Huskies, and drop finally at the original line of scrimmage or just outside of that.
Yeah, look for a second like he might break that one too, but someone, I couldn't pick up a number, but someone had a solid tackle there.
Seems early on there's a lot of arms going out and reaching. You know, you're not quite in possession for the tackles. A lot of people trying to go at ankles or calves, legs, whatnot.
Yeah. Arm tackles hurt. Man, that's not the right way to tackle.
2nd and 10, you got Trey Dennis flanked out to the right with a double wing. Flutie on a handoff to the left off the double wing. He gets rid of the one tackler behind the line of scrimmage and maybe gain a yard, be 3rd and long.
Yep, so that's that defensive end again coming into play. And, I mean, it's not a glorious position because, you know, he didn't make the tackle there, but he was in the right spot, held his ground, and turned the runner upfield so his help could make the tackle. So it doesn't go in the box score, but, man, that was a good play by the Benzie D end.
Yeah, kind of a big early down. You got this turnover here in great field position. You really haven't gone anywhere. It'd be nice to, are you going to treat this as 2 downs and try to get the first? Flutie in motion, but they throw it to the left. Intended, I think that was for Keegan Keel. Nope, that's Henry Veith.
Henry Veith.
Yep. You get the 8 and the 6 mixed up when it's on the other side of the field. But incomplete 4th down.
Good to see Henry back out there. He was dinged up for a week or 2 as well.
And Veith, another sophomore.
He can fly. That kid can go. Fourth and 8. What do you think the Elks are going to look for here?
Well, you've got looks like Trey Dennis flanked out to the right again. Very able receiver. Fakes the handoff to Flutie, rolls out to the right. Ooh, almost thought he might. Oh, nice reception there by Veith. Coming from the left side, coming to the middle. Nice crossing pattern by Veith. He's able to catch that ball. I was almost going to say, Coach, he had so much green in front of him. He almost could have tucked that and got the first down, too.
100% he could have, but saw old Henry flashing through the middle and let it rip.
Yep, nonetheless, great pitch and catch. 1st and goal, Elks from the 8. Talk about some of the college games going on around here this weekend, especially in state. Trammell on 1st and goal. Oh, Flutie, almost like he's going to possibly get to the edge, and he had somebody grab him and pull him down from behind. Nice tackle from behind by Dalton Mobley, number 22.
Yep. I think we talked last time. It was Georgia, Alabama coming up the following
Yeah,
night.
we did. I know. There's one team I'll bring up just because they're doing well, but I'm really going to hold out till maybe the second half.
Well, you got a winner you like?
No, I just
no.
No. Since you're here helping me tonight, I figure I got to bring up the Patriots at some point.
Oh, let's talk about them. I'm ready.
Trammell on 2nd down. Handoffs to Flutie. He's going to sidestep, come back to the
Oh,
right
boy.
side. No one there. Clear avenue, touchdown, Elk Rapids. Braden Flutie from 8 yards out. Wanted to go left. Did the old Jameer Gibbs, I'm going to stop and go to the right, and I don't think anybody touched him on the way in, Coach.
He hit him with the slice and dice. So nice, up in the end zone.
3:16 left to go. The score is now 20-6, Elk Rapids.
Elks going for 2.
And for Elk Rapids, you can't ask for a better start. And especially coming off, you've got some great confidence after scoring 46 points last week. Coming up against what I thought was an evenly matched opponent and still lots of game to go. But, man, you can't ask for a better start.
Check that. Elks are going to kick the extra point here. A couple of late subs coming on.
Yeah, and it might be something with a lead right now possibly to work on at that extra point, because I've seen a few blocked throughout the season. Was you get a flag on a play, I think probably encroachment on the defense.
Just doing some quick math in the head. If they went for 2, then they would be. They wouldn't lose the lead with 2 scores. If Benzie got 2 and 2 pointers, it'd be tied. But
to make you wonder, they're going to move it up. They'll move it up a yard. Will they try for the 2, or they stick with the extra point?
Looks like they're leaving the team out there. Should be a chip shot.
Trammell to hold. The kick is up to the left. No good. So with 3:16 left to go, the score: Elk Rapids Elks 20 and Benzie Central Huskies 6. Come into Pearls and experience a taste of Louisiana right in the heart of northern Michigan. Located in Elk Rapids is Pearls Louisiana Kitchen, where an infusion of flavor awaits you. That's Pearls Louisiana Kitchen, a proud sponsor of Elk Rapids football on Next Level Broadcasting. Pearls is also a proud sponsor of the Player of the Game this year, providing a $10 off gift card during their next meal at Pearls. Coach and I will announce that sometime in the second half, usually in the 4th.
Got good gator bites down there.
Nice. Yeah, I know. I was hoping to get down here a little bit earlier because I was going to spend my dinner down here, but I had some work stuff to do back up in Charlevoix, so I didn't quite have the time to get here early enough. But, yes, need to get back down to Pearls. Moore with a kick. Bounce at the 20, and it'll run out of bounds. We'll get the flag.
That looks like another 5 push-ups to me.
Yeah,
for
let's
Mr.
see.
Moore.
Will he do them on the will he do them on the field this time, or just grab the tee and make his way out?
Can't be kicking it out of bounds.
So, Coach, while we wait here for a second, Washington is playing Michigan this week. Anything stick out for you in that game?
Rematch of what, 2 years
20,
ago?
2023? Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can't say I know too much about Washington, but
no, it's kind of really a toss-up right now, I think, with the way Michigan's kind of reeling after that USC loss last week.
Okay, yep.
Zickert and the Huskies on first down. Hands it off to Pritchett. He'll get to the 37-yard line, gain of a couple.
Well set edge by the Elks. That play doesn't go anywhere if you can't go outside.
Traven Malbuff.
Yes.
Tackler on that one.
Who does USC have this weekend? Ohio State, maybe? Somebody
no,
big.
that is the yearly USC Notre Dame game. this week.
USC Notre Dame.
Yes.
I knew that was a big one on Saturday night.
Yes, it looks like you've got a timeout here. Well, they've got a timeout. I guess we'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back. Levi will run up a commercial for us, and then we'll be back in just a minute. You're watching high school football on Next Level Broadcasting. Stay tuned.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
And welcome back. A short timeout. 3:03 left to go in the first. Zickert going to pitch. Pritchett will get across the 40-yard line, tossed out of bounds about the 41. about 3rd and 5. Speaking of teams that are reeling, Michigan State gets number 3. I think they're number 3. Indiana going to Indiana to take on the Hoosiers this week. You know, and Coach Signetti just got a nice extension to his contract. I think another 8 years to stay in Indiana.
Yeah, I've noticed the job he's doing down there. Like, it looks great. I know he pulled him up from kind of a long way down. I'm not ready to say they're a powerhouse yet.
I hear you.
But
Pritchett on to carry. Nice pursuit by the Elks. They'll lose a couple. Yes, Coach.
But I like the direction they're headed in.
Absolutely.
But, again, I feel like they're kind of getting pushed up into, like, they're top 10. They're going to make a run. And I want to see them beat more teams.
And I think it's a little different than last year. Last year is one of those, okay, they're good this year and then got exposed when she got into real competition, so to speak. This year they seem to be backing up their talk a little bit.
Like I said, I haven't watched them enough but just my feeling is I want to see them win a big game on the road. And
yeah,
that
exactly.
type of
I
thing.
hear you. Connor Carlisle going to be back for the Huskies punt. It would go over his head. Hopefully, and eventually does, trickle into the end zone. Yeah, to finish out in-state games, you've got Central at Bowling Green. Eastern is going to go to Miami of Ohio, and Western is off.
Wow, late bye for the Broncos.
2:09 left to go, and Coach, you're up 20-6, and you've got so much game left to go. But are you at a point already? Do you want to try to kill the will and try to stick it to them right away? Do you want to kind of grind this out and have a nice sustained drive, or are you just going to take what they give you and whatever happens happens? It's not time to work on stuff yet, so to speak.
No way, not for me. Right now, I'm saying, guys, let's go. We need to score again. Whatever. Whether a long grinded out drive, great. We'll take that regardless of 7-3, whatever. Even not scoring on a long grinded drive. Try to hit them with something, but, it's got to be foot on the gas pedal whole first half unless something's crazy. Any of these teams can catch momentum and come back on you in a heartbeat as soon as you let up.
There was a flag on that play, so we're going to replay the punt and see if Carlisle elects to take this one. He will, right at the 20-yard line. He'll get to the 25. He's got a couple blockers in front of him. 35-yard line. Nice setup by a blocker there, 40, and run out at the 45. Close to a block in the back, but good job by Gatlin Zawara to put his arms up and not get that penalty to take him backwards.
Hope Cannon's all right. He just got run into on the sideline. He's just coming back from being dinged up already. You hate to see that.
Yeah, and he's hobbling. And wasn't that something with his leg, too, from before?
I believe it was. Got to be so careful on the sidelines, even at 7th and 8th grade.
We got another flag on the play here on Elk Rapids.
Hopefully we don't have as many flags as we had a couple weeks ago. It was a flag fest at one point there.
Did you wonder if it was a holding or they marched him back 10 yards?
All right, so we got that punt settled finally. Let's see
what
happens.
Yeah, let's reset and do this again. Trammell out of the gun.
Well, jet sweep.
Keegan Keel going to get to the 40. Ooh, big hit by the quarterback there, Zickert. He'll bounce out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
Yep, I'm always impressed by these teams that have the courage to play their quarterback on defense. That's not something we do here, but...
Well, last year when you had Flutie at the quarterback, he did a great job playing DB and safety last year.
Okay, yep.
As we get a timeout for the Huskies. So while they take a timeout, we will take another timeout, and we'll be back in a minute. You're watching high school football on Next Level Broadcasting. Simulcast on nextlevelbroadcasting.net and on elkrapidsfootball.com. Stay tuned.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your northern Michigan connection.
Elks out of the gun.
Coming out of the timeout. Thanks, Coach. Trammell's got one in motion. He'll hand up off the middle. Mason Cannon will gain a few on that play. Second down.
Glad to see he's all right.
Yeah, nothing like if you feel okay, let's go out there and test it.
So if you're Benzie, this is stand-up time, right? You got to get a stop here. Hopefully, relatively, you want to save some field position, so a 3-and-out would do Benzie wonders.
Second and 8. One in motion with two to the left. Keegan Keel on the handoff. He eludes one tackler. He's to the 50-yard line. Going to wrestle around with a Husky there for a second and then dropped right there at the 50. Be third and short. We'll give it about 3rd and 4.
Yep, another tough tackle for the Benzie quarterback. Rowan Zuckert, I got. Zickert. Forgot my reading glasses and have trouble reading the small print these days.
Yeah, I'm getting used to, I don't have them on right now, but I'm getting used to my first pair of glasses. Yeah, so many years. I had 2015, and now it's one of those. I'm really frustrated because sometimes I can see and sometimes I can't. So just getting used to a new stage of life.
Agree 1,000%.
Elks on third down. Trammell fakes a handoff to Flutie. He's got a man. Nice completion to Moore. He's down to the 30. He's going to ride one Husky down to the 20-yard line. He'll drop right there. 1st and 10. A nice run after the catch by Moore.
Yeah, Elks have had that little rollout crossing pattern there tonight for sure.
And better yet, great patience by the quarterback as he had a man staring him in the face as he was releasing that.
Yep. Oh, he's got good composure. Like we talked about, 3-sport athlete. Football, hockey, lacrosse, does a nice job.
Again, thank you all for joining us on Next Level Broadcasting. Go ahead and head us up on that YouTube chat line. Well, we'll come back to that in a minute. It's reached triple zeros for the first quarter. The score, Elk Rapids 20 and Benzie Central 6. We will take a break and come back for the start of the second quarter. You're watching Elk Rapids football on Next Level Broadcasting. Simulcast on nextlevelbroadcasting.net and elkrapidsfootball.com. We'll be back in a minute.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Midlake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners.
Flag on a play to start the second quarter. Mason Cannon is going to get out into the 10-yard line. We'll wait and see what the flag is first. Right now, looks like a first down for the Elks. Illegal shift against the Elks, so that'll bring it back.
Bummer.
And you've got a 20-6 lead, but these are some of those things that need to be cleaned up. Obviously, if you're going to hang on to this game and going into next week's game to finish the season, again, this is a good chance for Elk Rapids to finish with a winning record this year.
Yep.
And again, you call it a rebuild if you want, because you've got a great youth movement here in Elk Rapids going on right now, Coach, with your team. And the JVs are having a good year this year as well, too. And you've got so many sophomores on the varsity. You got to think the future looks so bright for Elk Rapids.
Absolutely. JV won in Ludington on Wednesday night.
Awesome.
They're 8-0. So, yeah, rolling right along.
1st and 15. Just underway in the second quarter. Cannon on the handoff. You had a Husky slip right through and trip him up behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll lose another couple yards on that. Looked like Pritchett on the tackle.
Yeah, that was an interesting play design. I can't remember seeing in the playbook. That was like a fake jet sweep, and then they tried to kind of draw it behind the sweeper. So that was different.
Getting into next level land here. See if we can't get any more updates for you.
Twins left for the Elks. It's a Cannon in the backfield.
Trim will work out of the gun. Looking to pass. Good patience again. Sets up the screen in the middle of the Cannon. Gets rid of one big tackler, and he'll work his way down to about the 22-yard line. Still a long way to go.
Nice little middle screen. There was a lot of traffic there.
And again, good patience by the quarterback as he had guys in his face once again, which you need to do to get those linemen by you so you can dump it over the top.
Yeah, and there was still kind of a crowd of people in the middle.
4.5 to go in the first half. In Charlevoix, the Raiders lead the Boyne City Ramblers 10-0. Third and 11, 2 to the left for Trammell. Motion left. Trammell. Oh, yeah, it's almost, I was talking about good patience by Trammell. It's almost one of those where he needed to wait just a second or two longer to wait for those routes to clear.
Yep. Looked like he put a good ball on. I think the receiver kind of needed to look back a little earlier.
Yeah, it's one of those, get back in the huddle, maybe communicate real quick, or maybe it's one of those on the sidelines, or when you've got that minute, make that communication, because if it was there, maybe you can come back to it later.
I didn't notice if there was a pass rush on or not, but he definitely, the receivers are getting open on both teams, honestly.
Our other game in next level broadcasting world, East Jordan leading Frankfurt 12-0. About 4.5 to go in the first half there. There's Trammell on 4th down here. He's got Flutie. Ooh, he's bumped before he gets there, and he'll get it. That definitely will be a defensive PI in the first down for Elk Rapids.
Yep. I mean, he got there early.
Just early enough. I mean, yeah, obviously we could tell it from up here well before the ball arrived.
If I was on the Benzie sideline, I'd be hopping up and down saying that was an uncatchable ball. But
the only argument is their sideline is on the opposite side of the field, so you probably could not see any of that.
Yep.
That's almost like not being in line and trying to call offsides in soccer.
Gotcha. I can see that.
Unless you're right there, there's no sense.
Yep. The ref had a good look at it, but yeah, that pass, that was high. First, what's going on?
We're waiting to see kind of what's going to.
It looks like it's 4th and inches. Huh.
Okay. So after that, 4th and half a yard, I guess. As Coach and I we got the side eye going to each other here, figuring that one out. Nonetheless, you've got, nice job by Benzie Central. I was going to say you're going to have a nice run up the middle. Looked like it was going to be by Flutie, but I think you might be short.
I think you're right. Isn't the penalty for pass interference 15 yards? Maybe I'm just...
Yeah, unless they're calling illegal contact, but I don't know why we're not getting...
Or was it pass interference, but they didn't get the full 15 because it's inside the 20.
It could
You know
be.
what I mean? So it's more like halfway to the goal.
Looks like
type
we're
of
going to
thing.
get, you don't see this too often right now, timeout for a measurement.
Okay. We actually had a timeout for a measurement in our 7th and 8th grade game on Tuesday. I thought
Nice.
that was a good job by the refs.
You ever spend any time in a chain gang?
No. I haven't.
My father in Harbor Springs, he was like 30 years on chain gang. I mean, he was the barber there, but yeah, 30 years on the chain gang, man. Just being out there, he just loved being down on the field. Oh, and they're gonna get it from the spot. 1st and 10, Elks. From here, it didn't look like it, but again, we just talked about not being on the right line to see things.
Yep.
1st and 10, Elk Rapids. Ball resting on the 11, so obviously a chance to get another first down before the goal line. You know, again, 9.5 to go in the first half. Is this, if they punch this in, is this something where almost the game might be out of reach the way this first half has gone?
I would say it is very important for
We're
Benzie
going to get
a
illegal
stop
motion
here.
on Elk Rapids here. Looks like you had Flutie starting in motion and the quarterback moved at the same time.
Yep. I would say Benzie needs a stop here.
Don't forget to stick around. We'll have our Next Level Broadcasting halftime show. We'll talk about the first half and talk about some strategies for the second half and see what Coach thinks about the New England Patriots on their rise back up to the top of the NFC East.
That's right, baby. Top of the AFC soon enough.
Think they have something for the Chiefs this year?
I do.
I think everybody has something for the Chiefs. I just think, yeah.
For sure.
Trammell fakes it to Flutie. Almost kept it. Oh, he had Jake Moore open. Overthrew him just a little bit. If he hits him in the numbers, that's a possible turnaround and dive in for a touchdown nonetheless. Incomplete to be second down.
Benzie's got it. You know, we're kind of where they want it. They got the 5-yard penalty.
That's also another play, Coach, as I saw some green in front of him. You could also have your receivers turn around and start blocking, and he could just tuck it and run, too.
100%. Yep. Ollie's got some wheels.
But you haven't seen him do too much running with that, but he looks like a very able running quarterback.
Agreed.
Pro set, fumble on the snap. Trammell, I believe, he picked it up, but he'll lose some yardage on that play. Good job to keep possession of the ball, but he'll be sacked for a loss. It'll be 3rd and extra long.
Yep. I think I'd like to see him fall on it there instead of trying to pick it up. But
Yeah, you got all these hands and feet down around there. Just one
fall
of
on
those,
it.
just get possession, baby.
Yep.
Looks like we'll get a timeout, Elk Rapids. During the course of each and every day, we all face an abundance of risks. Some that we don't even consider, some we do. For protection against the foreseeable and unforeseeable risks is where Bingham Insurance comes in. Capable of providing coverage for your home, auto, life, and even pet insurance. They do it all. That's Bingham Insurance Services, a trusted and proud auto owners insurance affiliates. I always talk about all the pets that I have when we talk about Bingham Insurance. My plethora of cats and dogs.
Yeah.
At my house, yes. Yeah, I have a cat named Sushi.
Okay. Excellent. You like sushi?
The cat, yes.
Gotcha.
No, the one time I tried sushi, I had wasabi on it, and that was the last time I tried sushi.
Yeah, man. It's the best part. Elks are coming out hot off the sideline.
Yeah, I'd hate to say it, but you've got, 8:22 left to go in this first half. Elk Rapids looking to possibly score again for Benzie's defense. We'll wait till after this play. Trammell almost had him spread this time. Looked like he was going to possibly tuck it and run that we talked about. Good job by Benzie to converge on the quarterback. No gain on the play. It'd be 4th and long. I was just about to say for Benzie's defense, this is a good time for them to get a stop before this game gets out of hand. So even though we're in the first half, I would call this my Yoda moment of the night. They need to do or do not. There is no try.
Nice. I like that. Gotta stop, you must.
Yes, very good. Nice ad.
See what the Elks got tucked away here for a 4th and long.
I'd like to see something over the top from Mr. Trammell. Looks like they're going to set up to help me out.
4 wide. Pressure's on.
He pulled him out to flag on the play. Looks like the fumble happened when he was hit. He picked up at the 30. He's down to the 40. Dive in. No one's going to be there. This could be a fumble return for a touchdown down to the 20, 15, 10, 5. And we'll wait for the flag. As of right now, it could be a touchdown, Benzie Central.
Monstrous call about to happen.
Let's see what's going to happen, as it
Kinda
looks
felt
like they're
like
going to pick up the flag. So I'm assuming it was on Elk Rapids.
I believe it might have been a hold or maybe a clip. Yeah, a hold.
Yep. They get the official word, decline the penalty on the hold, touchdown, Benzie on the fumble return. And we just, our Yoda moment seemed to happen just right there and then.
There have been some big plays tonight, and there's 7:12 left in the second quarter.
So you got a fumble return for a touchdown. What was that? Within the 20-yard line, correct? And we had the opening play of the game was a kickoff return for a touchdown from 98 yards.
Then you had a downfield pass deflection interception return for another 25 yards.
You had like a 15-yard laser that went back 15 yards, got intercepted and run back for a bit.
Yeah, so there you go. At least Friday night of football here. And boom, just like that, we're talking about Benzie needing to stop.
There you go.
They're out of the game, and
2-point conversion try. Benzie with the spread.
They cut it to 6.
Wide open.
Miscommunication on the back end there.
Zickert with a completed pass for the 2-point conversion. 7:12 left to go in the first half. Elk Rapids 20, Benzie Central 14. We'll take a short break and come back for the kickoff. You're watching high school football on Next Level Broadcasting. Stay tuned.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Midlake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy.
And welcome back to Glowicki Field. Benzie Central just scored after a fumble return. Got them all the way down there. Then they ended up scoring on the fumble return, and 2-point conversion makes it 20-14. Big kickoff going to go right in front of Connor Carlisle, going to go out of bounds.
Come on.
How wide is this field, Coach? They can keep football in the field without going out of bounds?
What is it, 63 yards wide, I believe? I mean, look, we practice a lot. I find myself saying this afternoons to my guys. We practice this stuff a lot, guys. I mean, keep it on the field here. Let's go.
Sometime in the second half, we'll get into some of since we're getting close to the end of the season, Coach, I always like to get into some of the rankings and see which local teams or area teams are ranked. We always like to look at the coaches poll on the MHSAA site. And we'll also get into the Mapatology, get into Snooze to Use site and see with potential playoff matchups coming out of this week and going into week 9.
Oh, man, that'd be great. Trammell under center.
First and 10 Elks. He's got Flutie with the hand up to the right. He's to the 40,
gone.
to the 50. He's got one man to beat, 40. The quarterback's going to hang on at the 25 and wrestle him down to the 20.
Yeah, this
nice play by Flutie and run down by Rowan Zickert, the QB.
Seems like both teams are just swinging, you know?
It's like pick and choose your gash play tonight.
Really? And I mean, that was nothing fancy. You know what I mean? That was a handoff around the right side, and it just popped.
It just looked like Elk Rapids hit their assignments correctly and opened up the holes, and Flutie just did the work.
Mm-hmm.
First and 10, just outside 7 minutes to go in a half. Hand off to Flutie again. They come back up to into the middle, try to go to the left. He'll get down to the 10-yard line, right close to another first down. Side judge has him marked about 9.5 yards. Look like we got an injury on the field. Wait and see who that is. Untimely injuries, you obviously don't need those when we talk about Mason Cannon just coming back from injury too. So let's see if we can't get a number on that young man, get him helped off the field, get him some treatment. Well, we'll wait to get him off the field. You need to enhance your brand. Sky Media 45 combines excellent photography with post-production to create stunning video and image content. Showcase your community event or business with our expert aerial solutions. We're ready to fly for you. Visit us at skymedia45.com. Also, Coach, football is a game predicated on facing adversity in order to accomplish one goal. In many ways, so is constructing your perfect dream home. And Midlake Builders is here to help you and your family accomplish just that. Whether you are starting a new build or renovating a current one, Midlake Builders has the experience, expertise, and most importantly, the staffing to get your project done on time. That's Midlake Builders, proud to be the official sponsor of the Hardest Working Player of the Game Award this season. Coach and I will also award that sometime in the second half. Easton Butte, the young man injured on that play. He's able to get off under his own power.
Yep, he is a key cog to the Elks offense. I think he's been starting center for a couple of years now, and they can't afford to lose him for long. Hopefully he can come
starting
back.
Center, so you think you've got an able backup. Is that something to do a couple of quick snaps to get ready to replace up there as we get Trammell handing off to Flutie? Bouncing off a couple of Huskies. Looks like he'll be bright enough for the first down. First and 10, Elks inside the 10-yard line.
Yep. No, I mean, you got to have, obviously all your positions have to have capable backups, but center, quarterback, top ball carrier, you have to have somebody you trust ready to go, because those guys just get so much action.
Well, and that's when even your quarterback, and especially with Trammell being a sophomore, he's got to be able to walk up under that center and not feel any different than if the starter was in there.
Correct. Yep.
Pro set in the backfield this time. Hand up the middle, Mason Cannon. Flag on the play. Illegal procedure. Looks like another false start against the Elks. We'll move him back 5. See if we can't get some more updates. 6:13 to go in a half here. Again, lots of action going on here, lots of clock stoppage. So we have some other games that are like way ahead of us right now.
Looks like first and goal from the 14. Elks would love to come away with some points here.
Boyne and Charlevoix are at halftime. Try to get a score for that in a little bit.
Ollie's got a rollout right.
Nice rollout. He's got Jake Moore going to run over one player, and he's in. Touchdown, Elk Rapids.
That play has
Jake Moore on the reception and the run over on the one Husky for the score.
Open as open can get, like 4 times tonight. Jake Moore's a big target when you get him screaming across the field, horizontally. It's just tough if they're in zone defense. He's cutting across.
And it really seems a lot about timing. If Trammell's got the time, he's really able to find these guys, with the crossing routes and whatnot.
Well, they got him on the move. They got him rolling to his strong hand, and he's dealing.
Pro set on the 2-point conversion. Trammell looking for the quick slant. It's not there. He'll go through his progressions. Flag on the play. Looks like the reception was outside the goal line anyway. We'll see what the flag is.
Yeah, Ollie worked all the way across to his second read there. It's got to be some type of PI, right? Defensive holding, something out there on the edge.
Just short of halftime in East Jordan. Red Devils lead Frankfurt 12-6. Procedure on the Elks, decline. So 5:44 left to go, 26-14. Elk Rapids over Benzie Central.
Point lead for the Elks.
So, yeah, I'll be curious to see what Benzie will try once they get the ball back here on offense. You know, you've 5:44 to go. You really, they've scored 14 points, but one, you call that a fluke on a fumble return all the way back. I guess you could call the kickoff return too if you wanted to say something about the fumble return. But anyway, this is a good chance for Benzie Central. Again, if you can have some stout defense, maybe you can claw your way back into this game, in a game that we thought was possibly headed into getting out of hand.
And it still could, I think Benzie kind of really needs a good drive here. Obviously, they'd love to come away with points, but if they could end the half with the ball, I think that'd be a win for them too.
Jake Moore's kick will go into the end zone. Benzie will start 1st and 10 from the 20.
So Benzie gets the opening second half kickoff, so that makes
Correct.
it especially important. I mean,
especially for Elk Rapids.
For sure, for both teams. If Benzie comes down and gets some points here with under a minute left, then comes out and gets the second half kickoff, hey, you're right back in it.
Zickert with Pritchett in the backfield. Back to pass.
Caldwell.
Nice. Oh, it got away from Caldwell. It's still.
This guy, tough to
wow,
bring down.
Nice job by the quarterback. Or no, he got it to the running back to get back to the original line of scrimmage. He could have lost 10 yards on that.
Mm-hmm.
Thought we were going to have an injured player on the play, but he got right up before they were going to make him sub out. I think that was Zach Cadwell. And looks like the coach will sub him out anyway just to check on him.
He did the old Ultimate Warrior where he drops the arm and you think he's out, but then he gets up full of energy.
Under 5 minutes to go and a half. Huskies on 1st down. Quarterback's going to keep it this time. He's at 30, 35, 40.
Fooled me. I thought the fullback had the ball.
Yeah, nice job. Good deception by the Huskies that time. 1st down and more. They'll end up at the 43-yard line.
Man, that was a nice ball fake.
Colin McCormick, one of the Elks, in on the tackle.
Yep. Benzie's got to keep this clock running. They don't want to defend again this half, I would bet you.
Zickert surveying with the spread set up this time. One man in motion. He'll hand it off to the man in motion. That was Finn Smith. Nice pursuit by Elk Rapids. They'll drop him behind the line for a decent loss on that play. It'll be 2nd and long.
Looked like Gatlin Zawara had some good pursuit there.
Nice job by Gatlin. I ask you out to come out to the YouTube chat line and hit us up. Let us know if you've got a favorite player that you're watching or just checking out the games and just want to give a shout out. You've got somebody saying, let's go Elks, go Traven, number 54. Enough of that Elks. Defense, Grandma Mary says. Somebody must have scored because then she says, woohoo, Elks. QB on 1st down. He'll sneak up the middle, get to the original line of scrimmage, and maybe gain 1 more yard. Still 3rd and long.
3.5 minutes left. If the Elks get a stop here, maybe think about taking a timeout. Preserve yourself some time on the other side. There's been so many chunk plays,
Right, yeah.
It's not going to take long.
Zickert out of the gun. He'll hand it off this time to Gillison. Again, decent pursuit by the Elks. He'll gain a few on the play. It'll still be 4th and about 5.
Good run by Benzie there. Got everything
It's like
he
Hudson
could out
Sailor,
of that.
one of the Elks over there.
Dayton Gillison around the edge.
Yep.
He had a nice, good hustle run.
I'll have to dive in my bag at halftime. I may have a pair of glasses in here, maybe.
We can share them.
Yes, right? I always stand up and walk around so I can always get myself in good vision of the rosters and whatnot so they're not blurry. But, yeah, it's one of those where you're holding the paper way out sometimes. Zicker's going to keep it off the handoff. He's got a first down and more down to the 40-yard line of Elk Rapids. 1st and 10. They'll stop the clock to move the chains.
For me, that was a big play right there.
Yeah.
4th and 5 at midfield. Still 2 minutes left. I mean.
And you're having some success with Zickert running the ball. Is that something where you try to get him out on the outside, too, with some lead blockers possibly with the quarterback run?
Yeah, I mean, they've been faking a lot of these jet sweeps and then letting him make a decision. Same with 21. They've been kind of doing some RPO type stuff with him. And
Benzie with the spread. Pritchett will take it this time. Inside the 40-yard line. Nice job. He got a herd of Elks rustling him down after a gain of a few. Traven Malbuff, one of the Elks in on the tackle. I think we had some Traven mentions on YouTube chat line, so we got Traven's name mentioned on there for a tackle tonight. Oh, are we getting a timeout? Yep, timeout. Benzie Central with 1:24 left to go in the first half. We're going to take a quick timeout as well, and we'll come back for the last 1:24. You're watching high school football on Next Level Broadcasting. We'll be back in just a minute.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Hey, Dad. Brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple.
$124 left to go on the half. Benzie out of the timeout, sets up in the spread.
Elks sending pressure up the middle.
Flutie tried to get there. Almost thought he might have a chance. Ooh,
wow.
Pass got it out there. Flag on the play once again. Pass will fall incomplete. I'll wait on the flag.
I've seen a lot of that, push pass in the pros lately. That's new, kind of. You haven't seen that in the past.
Chop block.
Huh.
You don't see that called too often in high school football. Well, that may be the first one I've seen this year anyway. I know, is it one of those you march them back, or do you decline it? And, well, let's see. Oh, they had the marks wrong on the scoreboard.
Dang,
Yeah, it should be 15
yards.
yard. Yeah, the chop block will take them back 15.
That's a big
Bring
one.
them back to their side of the 50-yard line. A ball will rest on the 46. We're looking at third and about 20.
Third and a country mile.
We'll make it 22.
Number one priority for Benzie right now is no turnovers.
He's got Gillison
And
on the
stay in
handoff.
bounds.
He'll get back to the 50-yard line. Will be run out of bounds. Be third down. Third and about 18 or so. Yeah, the play set up at least where you're running out of bounds to stop the clock and not having to waste a timeout. As you're at 3rd and long right now, we got an official timeout right now for player not quite enough off the sideline, so they're gonna have to wait. And they not just want to pick him up and move him, as obviously he's down there and you've got the staff there, and no sense moving him. Let's make sure he's going to be okay and get him moved properly before we move on. And while we've got a injured player here for a second, we will find my paper here. Again, I'd like to thank our sponsors this week: Professional Seamless Gutters, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, Brothers Tree Service, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Bingham Insurance Company, Mid-Lake Builders, Sky Media 45, Tom Clementson, part of the Next Level crew, Sky Media 45. They do a great job. A few weeks ago, they had some nice drone footage from a Traverse City St. Francis game. I think they were playing Grayling. That was so cool to have some drone shots for Next Level for a football game.
5 wide for Benzie.
Back to action, 1:10 to go in a half.
So they want to take a shot here.
Richard looking.
Oh,
Nice run up by the DB. Interception. He's at the 50. He's got a blocker in front, down to the 40. He's down to the 30. And on the 20, one man to beat. And wrestled down at the 10-yard line. Nice interception and run by Drew Darren. Finally brought down at the 10-yard line.
Looked like Jesse Mummy ran him down. I mean, that's a hustle play. He stayed with that. Saved a touchdown for the moment. But good job by Drew staying back there, staying home and watching. I don't know if he was in some type of zone setup there with his defense or whatnot, but he was just kind of patient enough and stayed behind. And as soon as he saw the read, ran right in front, was able almost to catch that on the run and start taking off. Yes, and not to be too critical, but I mean, that's what you cannot have there. I get that you want to take a shot. That's fine. It has to be your guy catches it or no one catches it.
Well, and you had an opportunity to get it down to at least 6 points before half, and now you've got Elk Rapids inside the 10-yard line looking to score. As Trammell's going to keep it, or Lottie was going to keep it. He tried to pass. He's going to throw that. He short-armed that pass, fall incomplete on the ground that they're going to point at.
I mean, even if you don't score there, you run one more safe play and punt it and play defense for 30 seconds, and you go down, you're down 12.
Yep, and so, it could end up being, 32 points before half now.
I mean, so, like I said.
Untimely turnovers, and now you need your defense to step up with less than a minute to go in a half.
And I like the aggression. I like the mindset of trying to score there, but you have to do it safely. Like a fade that you can overthrow, something along those lines.
Well, that was the first time we've seen that setup. He had 5 out and still put one in motion, too, as you've got Braden Flutie inside the 5-yard line down to the 3.
Elks got both of their timeouts, so they're going to get every crack they want.
Hollis Bell for Benzie in on a tackle. We'll get a timeout for Elk Rapids. We'll just keep it right here since we're so close to the end of the half.
We've got an update right here. TC West is up on.
There we go.
Bay City Western. Looks like 29-0 at half.
Nice. Always nice to get updates from around the area.
Yep. And then I got Glen Lake is up on Grayling 27-7 with 2 minutes left in the half.
Nice. Both of our other games Next Level are halftime right now. Tomorrow, Gaylord St. Mary's plays Holton. That game will be at 2 o'clock with a 1:45 pre-show. I think Tom and the boys will be on. And then I'll be down at Thirlby Field with Charles and the boys for Traverse City St. Francis and Jackson Lumen Christie. Here comes Trammell on 3rd down for the Elks. Going to keep it. That's the one he should tuck and run. He'll dive in, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Elk Rapids. Ollie Trammell.
Touchdown Trammell strikes again.
3 yards out on the carry. Just over 30 seconds left to go in a half. 32-14 now. Elk Rapids over Benzie.
That righty rollout. It's been there all night.
You know, and it has been, and we've mentioned 2 or 3 times already that he could tuck that and run when he's had able receivers down the field too. So perfect opportunity with short yardage to be able to tuck it and get in for the score. Elks will set it for 2. Looks like Cannon in the backfield with 2 to the right. That could be a PI there. Yeah, he had him wrapped around. Yeah, Trey Dennis, he was looking for Trey Dennis on the slant and was pulled down well before the ball got there. So we should be trying that again. The other part I saw on that is I saw a 2-point conversion down here. Almost was set up like from the last time you had Braden Flutie coming in on motion on a hike of the ball. He stopped and turned around to go back out almost tried to get the ball coming out outward motion after the snap, and he was able to get a 2-point conversion the one game that we are down here to watch. So
yeah, those are tough to
defend. Nice to have some options on that play.
They get so used to looking at the jet sweep, then you put the brakes on, and it's hard.
Flutie on the attempt. He's going to muscle his way up the middle. He's in for the 2-point conversion. So again, 30.3 to go in a half. The score, Elk Rapids Elks 34 and the Benzie Central Huskies 14. So, Coach, every Thursday we have we do the Next Level Broadcasting Show, and we do it from East Jordan. And what we like to do is we talk about the previous week's shows. Like next Thursday, I'll talk about this game from being here, and we like to dive into some college football. And usually we'll talk about the Lions a little bit. We had been talking about the Tigers up until this last week, since they're now done playing for the year. And then we usually preview the games that we're going to see either that Friday or Saturday, and that happens every Thursday. It's called the Next Level Broadcasting Show. And you can set up an alert just like you would for your football games to see when that's getting ready to go live and make sure you don't miss any of the action.
I'd like to pop on that with you guys sometime if I'm able. I have some pretty strong opinions myself of
Always
the NFL.
Nice to get some guests in there. We get some former players and coaches to come in and give interviews once in a while. Moore's kick lands in the end zone. Nice boot by that young fellow, trickle out of bounds. 2 weeks ago, we had a gentleman playing former player from Charlevoix, currently playing at Central. We had him on for an interview, and we had a coach from St. Francis one time give a nice little interview. So, yeah, it's nice to get some insight from around the area and get people to come into the Next Level show.
That sounds great. If you guys are interested in doing some lacrosse games in the spring, I got a good connection at TC West. He'd love to have you put one of their games on.
As we've got official timeout for something, possibly. I'm waiting to see what he's. No, our looks like we had a possible timeout. So we'll keep it right here. So what we like to say is, and it says, I think it's on our website, if you can dream it, we can stream it. And so Next Level has really done a lot more than just football and basketball. They had a crew go and do a volleyball game. I believe it was last week. We did a baseball showcase down at Turtle Creek Stadium last spring. It was M66 versus the M88 battle, and we had 4 teams there for that. And that was a fun day.
Cool.
We also get Charles and the boys. They did some stuff during Venetian Festival this year in Charlevoix, streaming the air show that was there and some of the fireworks and whatnot. So, yeah, if you've got an idea and you've got a means to need it broadcasted, hit up Next Level Broadcasting. See what we can do for you. Benzie with the spread. Still 30 seconds left to go. Let's see. What's Benzie got with the 30-second play? Quarterback's going to tuck it this time. Probably a good idea just to keep possession of the ball, and let's get into the locker room, Coach?
Yes. You could have talked me into a kneel down here.
Zawar in on that tackle. A little hobbled after that play, but it'll reset. Pass complete out to the flat. Zachary Hendrick on to reception. tackled inbound, so the clock continued to run, get down to 5 seconds, and that should be the last play of the half. So 2 quarters of play in the books down at Glowicki Field. The score, Elk Rapids Elks 34, the Benzie Central Huskies 14. We will take a break. When we come back in a bit, we will have our next level broadcasting halftime show. We'll talk about the first half and a prelude to the second half after these messages. Stay tuned.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Mid-Lake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Mid-Lake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe, without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Hey, Dad. Brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Mid-Lake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe, without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Hey, Dad. Brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Mid-Lake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Hey, Dad. Brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements,
Welcome back to Glowicki Field here at Elk Rapids High School. It's halftime.
Beautiful night here in Elk Rapids.
Yeah, Elk Rapids leading Benzie Central 34-14. Eric Huffman here with Coach Liberty Provost. Joining me in the booth this week, Levi Prohl, our producer. Burr Aury giving us the wonderful shots from the stands out there tonight for the field. Coach, interesting first half. Did you predict 34-14 at the half with these two teams tonight?
I did not. I think we were both kind of used to the ground and pound, roughneck Northern Michigan football, but they really opened it up tonight.
Yeah, and it all started with a 98-yard kickoff return for the Elks on the first play of the game. And then it just seemed like big play after big play, was bound to happen. Even from the other teams, too, we had a fumble return, I believe it was around the 25, 30-yard line, taken back by Benzie Central, 60, 70 yards for a touchdown as well. So you've got, opportunities to score points tonight, and its points have been aplenty. As again, we've got a 34-14 score. And so, Coach, going into the second half, what do you think Benzie Central would need to do to try to bring this back around? But also, let's not forget, they also had an opportunity to get the score tighter with an untimely turnover, which helped Elk Rapids extend their lead.
For sure. I mean, they'll receive the open hand kickoff, so that's a positive. I think they were getting first downs. They had a couple big plays. They had the fumble recovery touchdown, but they were also moving the ball and getting first down. So I would say, stick to your bread and butter. You're not going to get 3 scores right away, so try to have a good sustained drive that ends with 6 or 8 points, and then the defense has to get a stop. I mean, they got to cover the right flat. They got to get some edge pressure on Ali, but they can't be giving up crossing routes all night long.
Yeah, well, let's take it to the Elk Rapids side of the ball then. You scored 40-some-odd points last week, and you've already scored 34 in the first half this week against a Benzie team who actually has played pretty, even with a 2-5 record, along with their schedule. They've actually played some okay ball games and actually put some points up against some real tough opponents. I remember they scored at least 20 points against St. Francis when they played them. So I'm kind of confused by them being down to 34-14. But again, Elk Rapids, what a great first half by them, and what do they need to do to sustain this lead or maybe even extend it?
Yeah, well, I mean, it starts with coming out and covering the kickoff. You got to obviously don't want to give Benzie any momentum with a big return or anything like that. So I'd say job number one is special teams. You know, get them tackled inside the 35, say, would be great.
I credit, especially on the offensive end, to you know, the quarterback Trammell and Jake Moore and Mason Cannon logging in some good minutes. Although, you know, wasn't sure if he was pulling up injured again there. Don't know how careful they'll be with him into the second half. But you also have an able replacement in Brody Turner as well. If you decide to give Mason some rest for the rest of this game to get ready for your last game of the season. But then you got, you know, Braden Flutie, you know, on both sides of the ball. We've called his name quite a bit tonight. So a great game by Braden Flutie so far tonight as his last home game.
I was going to say, I wonder if senior night is going to play into playing time decisions at all down the road, because we really haven't seen much of Brody Turner tonight, which we usually do. And I know that they got some guys healthy and stuff, but maybe they're trying to give the seniors some extra run on the last home field stomp for the Elks.
Real quick, we got a game update. Wow, we're here at halftime, and there's 4 minutes to go in the third over in East Jordan. The Red Devils are leading Frankfort right now. Again, 4 minutes to go in the third there, 18-6. And again, we've got so much time left because we've had so much game here played tonight. It's so much going on. Makes you wonder if we'll see a lot of the same in the second half. Will things tone down a little bit and get to where what we thought this game was going to look like? Or is this one of those games where we just don't know what's going to happen?
Well, for sure, I don't know. I can guarantee you that. If I had to guess, I would say we're going to see a more usual second half. I can't imagine this second half being as wildly entertaining as the first was.
And I'll be curious what Benzie will do, obviously playing from behind, how much they'll try to air it out, or if they're going to rely on tough defense and sustained drives. As we've seen, them trying to air it out has resulted in at least one turnover tonight so far.
Yeah, obviously they like to throw the ball, and I like that for them, but got to be safe. And if the quarterback doesn't like it, I mean, you know, you got to tuck it and go. Sometimes you got to take a sack, but we can't be throwing picks and expecting to win.
Well, that'll do it for our Next Level Broadcasting halftime show. We're going to take a break for a couple more minutes as the teams get another 3 minutes to stretch after this. The last minute here runs down on the clock. So we'll be back for the second half kickoff. You are watching high school football on Next Level Broadcasting. This is simulcast on nextlevelbroadcasting.net, on YouTube, subscribe, Next Level Broadcasting, and on elkrapidsfootball.com. We'll be back for the second half kickoff. Stay tuned.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professionals. Today's game.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
And we're back. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Eric Huffman and Liberty Provost giving you the play-by-play in the color tonight. Levi Prohl, my producer, and Burr Alry. Wonderful cameraman out in the stands tonight, getting ready for the second half kickoff.
Still nice and warm out. Made a little run to the concession stand. And
still nice and warm in this booth.
Yes, it is.
And Jake Moore with the kickoff. It'll land right at the goal line, bounce through the end zone.
We have been seeing, it must be like low humidity or something too. These
the
guys
ball's
are
a bit
blasting
flying tonight.
These kicks.
Yes.
I mean, I think we've had like 4 touchbacks, and a punt was bombed into the end zone, too.
Absolutely. I've got the game on my phone. I've got this thing propped up in front of me so I can see the YouTube chat line. Thank you all for reaching out. Keep those comments coming. Just make sure we are keeping it within the realm of PG. But again, we thank you for joining us, and get all those comments out. Any players you want shout-outs, or maybe you just want to say hi, go ahead and get those comments going.
Looks like we've got some minions in the crowd tonight.
Nice.
Yep.
1st and 10, Huskies. Pritchett on a handoff. Guy to the left side. Nice chunk play on there. He'll get at least 8 yards on that play.
Yep. No rush for Benzie. Plenty of time. They just got to control the ball and chip away.
If you get consistent chunk plays, obviously you've got opportunities to score, but again, it's your defense that's got to show up, as you've given up 34 already.
100%. Maybe they could get squeeze something out of their special teams.
As we get through the second half, like I said, we're going to get into the high school coaches poll, as we've got looks like we might have an equipment issue maybe. We got the side judge coming in from the Benzie sideline. It was pointing to something on one player. I'm going to say possibly an equipment thing. So we'll sub him out, and we'll reset, and away we go. So again, we'll get into the coaches poll through the MHSAA and look at all 8 divisions, and we'll get into mapatology through Snooze to You site, see some potential matchups as we're getting close to playoffs. Pritchett on 2nd down. He'll get a 1st down. 1st and 10, Huskies.
Yep, Pritchett looks tough, man. Good tough runner, hard to bring down.
Zawara and looks like Brody Turner. A couple of Elks in on tackle. First time I've called Turner's name. Obviously, great work in replacement of Mason Cano while he was injured.
Oh, yeah. Brody's going to be making lots of tackles.
Zickert and the Huskies on 1st down. Bless you, Levi. Wow. I think the universe, the next level verse heard that one. Pritchett the ball carrier. He'll get 4 yards on that play. 2nd and 6.
Elks content to play good stay-at-home defense right now. They can make some tackles and take some time off the clock.
And for Elk Rapids, just keep that ball in front of you. Set that edge. Don't give anything over the head, and just keep the ball in front of you.
Yep.
Long drives, run a lot of clock. That was a lot of action that went behind the line of scrimmage. Too much time behind the line of scrimmage, as the Elks would meet them for no gain on that play. Could have had a loss on that play. Fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yep. I heard they're doing that jet sweep fake a lot.
When you get stuck back there dealing cards once in a while, if you don't have good blocking, you end up with a loss.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Zicker's going to send 2 to the right, or 1 to the right, with the double wing setup.
They like the shift a lot.
Yeah, they do, as long as they reset. Pritchett going to try the left side. Oh, almost got behind the line of scrimmage, but man, he got ahead of steam and got a 1st down and then some. He'll get at least to the 50-yard line. Could have had him for a possible loss on that play. Instead, it's a 1st down plus about 10 yards.
Almost reminds me of a little Marshawn Lynch action.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, beast mode on that one. First and 10, Benzie on the Elk Rapids side of the 50 now.
Or maybe a Earl Campbell for the older generation.
Back in the old Houston Oilers days, yes.
Still like those guys. Bum Phillips.
Here we'll reset the motion here to the right side this time. Pritchett on the handoff. Again, almost possibly in the backfield, and he'll lower his head and get another at least 5 yards on that play. 2 opportunities by Elk Rapids. Hopefully there might be some talk either by the coaches or the players out there on the sideline where they can get into those gaps and make sure that they're not getting caught up in a block and stop those runs before he gets ahead of steam going.
Yeah. I mean, you could consider like spying him too with a linebacker and just where he goes, I go type of thing. But it would seem like he's the first stop priority.
I want to say possibly he had like Flutie spying. I don't know if it was the Mansalona game or something like that. It was a really close game. And, man, he was really watching and had the tackle that really solidified a victory for Elk Rapids.
Yeah.
Pritchett on carry. Leans forward. He'll get down to the 40-yard line to be a yard short of first down.
Good team tackle by the Elks. But, yeah, Pritchard, man, every time he gets tackled, he's getting an extra 2-3 yards at the end. It's invaluable over the course of a drive.
And again, it's taking you at least 3 plays to get to a first down. Clock continuing to run. And when your teams, Benzie 2-5, Elk Rapids 3-4, and when you've got a lead, that clock cannot run fast enough when you're trying to inch out a victory.
Yep.
And it looks like we're going to have a timeout by Benzie Central, so we'll take a quick timeout as well. You are watching Elk Rapids football on Next Level Broadcasting, simulcast on nextlevelbroadcasting.net and elkrapidsfootball.com. We will be right back.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Welcome back out of the timeout. Flag on a play. You got to think you look like Elk Rapids again, or they a little too quick to try to get across that line. Yeah, encroachment on the defense. Hard to stop them short of a first down when you're going to help them out yourself.
Yep, free 5 will get you 10 in this situation.
And did you really need to try to, do that? Try to get them the false start when all you're trying to do is just, stop them and stuff the possible run on this play and get the ball back. Obviously a free 5 yards, and we're moving on for Benzie.
Yep. You got a good hard count. I mean, you can really, really keep the defense on its heels.
Zickert on first down. Hand off to Pritchett. He gets to the right side. He's down to the 30-yard line. Runs another flag on the play. Ends up at the 28-yard line, Elk Rapids. We'll wait for the flag. And again, one of your warnings at halftime was let's not have this be a flag fest, and so far, so bad.
Yeah. Got a Husky down.
Get injury timeout. While we're holding on, and a block in the back. We had 2 flags on there. So we'll see which one gets accepted. Needless to say, they're going to get marched back nonetheless, and we'll wait on the injury timeout. And while we're waiting on the injured player coach, let's get into the coaches poll on the MHSA site and see if there's any area teams that are ranked. As I look in Division 8, we really don't have anybody up in this area. Until we get to Division 7, you currently have, again, this is the coaches poll. This is not the AP poll that you would see in like the newspapers or whatnot. Charlevoix coming in at number 6 right now in the coaches poll in Division 7.
Okay.
In Division 6, I talk about Traverse City St. Francis and their game with Jackson Lumen Christi tomorrow. That is a St. Francis number 3 versus number 2 Lumen Christi tomorrow at Thurlby Field. Make sure you are checking in at Next Level Broadcasting for that game tomorrow. I believe the kickoff is slated for 4 o'clock. Kingsley, number 6 in Division 6.
Okay, Stags up and about.
Move up to Division 5. Well, what St. Francis had a really tough game last week. They gave up a ton of points to Pontiac Notre Dame Prep. It was a big wake-up call for the Gladiators. And so we get into Division 4. No one from around here in Division 4. But I love the surprise getting into Division 3. Sitting there at number 5, Gaylord Blue Devils. Good job by them. What a turnaround they've had this year. So great job by the coaching staff and the kids. to get into the rankings and the coaches poll.
Now, didn't Gaylord have kind of a good team a couple of years ago?
They did, yes, absolutely. And then kind of fell on rough times for a year or 2 years or whatnot. So to see them bounce back, a new coaching staff this year, to see them bounce back and get ranked again, good job by the Blue Devils. And as we get back set here for high school action here at Glowicki Field, Zicker going to hand off to Pritchett again. Leads a couple of Elks. Going to go to the right side and run right straight out of bounds with no gain on the play.
High snap through the timing of that playoff. And, once the timing gets thrown off, hard to make positive yards.
Division II and Division I saw nobody from this area in the current rankings. So when we get a chance, we'll get into mapatology as we're getting close to playoff time and see what the potential matchups could be. I know some of these area teams needed some good wins to get into the playoffs. Pritchett takes the snap.
Oh, man.
Oh,
He's down.
He's fortunate that he was down, because as he was trying to get up, he lost the ball and have another potential turnover. But yes, his knee went down, and so subsequently he is down. And 3rd and long.
So again, great. You want to take a shot here? Great. But put it in a spot where it's your guy or nothing.
Mm-hmm. 6:30 left to go in the 3rd. Again, 34-14. Elk Rapids over Benzie. Thank you all for joining us on Next Level. We have 3 games going on tonight. 2 more on the docket for tomorrow. Benzie coming out of the spread. And are we getting another timeout? A timeout, Benzie Central once again. Coach, let's just keep it right here. While we had a second, I went ahead and pulled up the mapatology from Snooze to You. And what Snooze does, they do such a great job, almost like your bracketology for college basketball. You know, they really look at the point system and whatnot, and they really set up what your potential playoffs could be regionally. And it really is about as close as you can get to, like, say, your Joe Lenardi bracketology type stuff to see potential matchups. For example, in Division 8, in Region 1, District 1 and 2, you got some potentially great matchups, as East Jordan would go all the way to Iron Mountain. Frankfort would play Maple City, Glen Lake, and Farwell would go to Mansalona. Mansalona would get a home game as of right now, possibly.
Wow.
So, yeah. Zickert on 3rd down, loses a couple of tacklers. He'll get to the 40. He'll drag Braden Flutie for a couple more yards, get down to the 36-yard line. Boy, Flutie's just hanging on for dear life on that one.
Hey, listen, not every tackle is a blow-up. We're trying to tell our guys, you don't have to make a big hit. You got to get a piece of him and hold on sometimes.
Check out Division 7 here in a minute.
Big play for Benzie, 4th and 11.
Yeah, Zickert going over it with Pritchett there in the backfield. Good block by Pritchett, because you had a bunch of Elks coming, and it just kind of lofted up there. And we're going to see if anybody come down with it, and it looks like an Elk does. They're calling it an interception. Nice job by the defense once again. Out-hustle Benzie for that ball. Interception, Elk Rapids, 1st and 10. A nice timely turnover by the Elks, stopping another drive.
For sure, you know.
And we talked about sorry, go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, he would have picked up 25 yards if he had just knocked it down, but you can't. In this situation, these guys are going for the ball for sure.
And again, I can't say enough about the defense. They have, for the most part, even with their record, they still do a great job. They can create turnovers. Their safeties and DBs do a good job, and when they can flood the box, they can stop the run. They just haven't been able, Elk Rapids, to put a 4-quarter full team effort together. But last week and going into this week, looking pretty darn good.
Absolutely. That was almost worked out to be like a good punt for
Great
Benzie.
run up the middle. Looks like Mason Canning. He's going to get 11, maybe 12 yards on that. 1st and 10 Elks. He had a head of steam right when he got that ball.
Yep. He's explosive.
Referee winds the clock, and we continue to go. Division 7 Mapatology. You'd have in District 1, you'd have Menominee, Manton, Charlevoix, McBain. Charlevoix getting the home game against the Ramblers and McBain. That would be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, Charlevoix looked good here in Glowicki the other night.
Yes, they did. Yep, I was down here for that one. Flutie on the carry. Gets away from one Husky, gets away from a second, and then their buddies come converge on Flutie, and they'll drop him after a short gain.
The Elk Rapids band put on a clinic at halftime tonight.
Yes, they did. And shout out to, I think it's Gianna Opperman. You know, I know that family.
Yep, Nick Anderson does a nice job leading the charge with the Elks. Headed down to East Kentwood tomorrow, the band is, for a competition.
Okay. Penalty on the Elks, marching back a little bit, and we'll reset. Yeah, I used to go to a lot of band competitions when my one son was in Petoskey, and obviously Petoskey with their marching band, they go all over the place, a lot of band competitions downstate. So yes, got well versed in the traveling band competitions. You know, Jenison, always a great stadium to go to, and East Kentwood, like you said.
Elks got a heavy set now. Give it up the middle.
Cannon on a handoff.
Trying to get the
stiff arms
sideline.
one. He gets to the 30. Run out of bounds about the 35-yard line. Be a couple yards short of a first down. Still a little hobbled, you know, from that first half even. You know, makes you wonder how long they'll want to, if they can put another score on the board, how long they'll want to keep him out there.
Sure, you need him next week. But these guys want to play in front of their home crowd. I mean, you're going to have to drag him off the field. There, you know, he's pulling out the coach. It's senior night.
Well, yeah, just going to say that, and you've got, you know, Braden Flutie. You know, how many times have we called his name for his last home game as a senior? Second and 4.
Elks going back to their heavy set.
He runs over one, and then it gets tackled by a couple more Huskies. Not before an Elks first down. Mason Cannon on to carry. 1st and 10 Elks. You know, switching up to Division 6, man. What a interesting Division 6, Coach. As right now you've got a 5-0. You've got a not 5-0, but you've got a Kalkaska team looking to possibly play Boyne City and Traverse City St. Francis in that same district. Kalkaska, what a turnaround for them.
Great job, Blazers.
Here come the Elks on first down. Flutie's going to keep it. He's looking to find one.
No.
He's got a tackler hanging on to him. Good job just to hang on to that and take the sack. They'll have a loss of at least 4 on that play.
Jake Moore had 2 guys draped all over him on that crossing route. You think they might have talked about that a little bit at halftime?
You got it. Jesse Mummy, the Husky, in on that tackle.
Yeah. Yeah, man, after you get burned by a play a certain amount of times, I mean, we gotta stop that play.
Yeah. You know, in Division 6, you could have a potential second-round matchup because you've got Kingsley, the 1 seed in District 2, and St. Francis, the 1 seed in District 1. And they come both out of that. Another meeting of the minds for another classic.
A lot of coaching.
Yes.
Connections.
Yeah,
we'll
absolutely.
say there.
Tremble's going to keep it. That just intended for Jake Moore, incomplete. But again, Coach, it's just one of those a little too much adrenaline in on that pass. And probably the 3rd or 4th time we've seen him overthrow. Where normally he usually hits those guys right in the numbers.
Yep, they rolled out to the wide side that time. Was rolling to his left. That's a tougher throw for a right-handed quarterback, no question. Got to try to flip the hips and still get something on it. It's not easy on the move.
Looking to see, we've got an Elk here leaning over here on the sidelines. Not sure if he's recovering from something or not. It looks like it's Colin McCormick. Seems to be okay.
Mike McCormick, excellent special teams coach for the Elks.
Nice. 3rd and 15, 3:02 to go in the third. We're about to get a hike from the spread formation, and before the flag could be thrown, we're going to get a timeout by Elk Rapids. We're going to take a quick timeout ourselves and be right back. You're watching Elk Rapids football on nextlevelbroadcasting.net. We'll be back in just a minute.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe, without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Welcome back. The Glowicki Field. Out of the timeout. Trammell looking to throw. He's looking to go deep. He's got Jake Moore. Oh! A couple more quick steps, and he may have hauled that in, and no one in his way. It would have been an easy trot in for a touchdown.
Pretty ball.
That was. We've got an interesting game. It's almost over in Charlevoix. It's 13-12. Raiders over Boyne City. And I can't believe that game's almost over, and we're not even on third here.
Got something cooking here in Seattle. 2-2, bottom of the 8th. Bases juiced.
Nice.
Yup. Interesting game going there.
Yeah, I figured the Blue Jays were going to run all over them. Couldn't believe that the Mariners pulled out the first two. That punt almost blocked. It'll fall at the 39-yard line.
Is it the first time
and the Elks will down it right there.
Punted tonight? First time Elks
That
punted?
might be.
I think it was. Lost the fumble and then scored on the rest of their drives. Dodgers up 3-0 on the Brewers. That could be get out the broom time tonight for the Dodgers.
Nice. It has ended in Charlevoix. The Raiders defeat the Boyne City Ramblers by a score of 13-12. That's a good feather in the cap for the Raiders, staying undefeated.
I guess so.
First and 10 Huskies with a double wing.
Now I would say it's we got.
Oh, nice job by the Elks getting through there that time. Great tackle by Zach Cadwell behind the line of scrimmage.
Yes, sir. This guy's got a motor. Energy to burn, Caldwell does.
I think we were under 4 minutes ago in East Jordan, too. East Jordan seemed to have that game in hand. I think it was 18-6 over Frankfurt, which will set up a interesting matchup again next week where Elk Rapids goes to East Jordan to finish out their regular season.
Benzie needs a positive play here.
Trips to the left. Flag on the play. Zickert will hang on to the ball. He'll get dragged down behind the line of scrimmage by Jake Moore. We'll see what the flag is.
Got a discussion here.
Yeah, the meeting of the minds. There's always some high-level talk that goes on out there.
We're going to have a full congregation.
Grandma Mary says, nice interception, Elks. Absolutely, that was a nice one.
False start on the Benzie Huskies. Knock them back 5. Full 21 yards to the first. would like to see Benzie go with a little more tempo. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, it just seems like kind of dragging. Like, it's hard to get in a rhythm when you're waiting for the snap.
Spread offense for Benzie this time. Zigger's going to drop back. Looked like he was setting up a screen. He's got a man in the middle. Nice reception at the 40, 45, and leans forward, dropped just short of the 50-yard line. Almost a first down. It'll be about a yard short.
Now, here's a big play for you. 4th and 1 at the 50.
Yeah, but I think where you're at, it's one of those, okay, it's maybe it's another Yoda moment. I only usually do one a night, so I won't go any further than that. But this may be one where I want to tuck my head and see if I just can't get that yard.
I mean, they need it. And the Elks, if the Elks bow up here, they could really kind of put a nail in the coffin with a good drive of their own.
Under a minute to go in the third. I guess I'm kind of waiting for that sense of urgency from the Huskies.
Yes, 100%. I mean, I get it. You don't want to rush, but
Pritchett on to carry up the middle. He'll get no gain, nowhere on that play. He'll be stopped short of the first down. Great job by Elk Rapids, plugging the hole and stacking the box. 1st and 10 Elks on the turnover on downs.
Yep, that one didn't have a chance. Elks had a good A-gap blitz or some type of run stuff on, and Benzie ran right into it. So, what do you think about the Lions?
You know, I was just getting ready to, when I had a second, I was going to start that conversation with you. You know, the Lions were defeated by the Chiefs last week, 30-17, end of the Lions' 4-game winning streak. You know, is that something, you know, I almost thought it was a game that the Lions didn't need, but Kansas City needed more. And I think you could tell a little bit by the way the game played out. Obviously, there's some controversies that the media and all of us at home like to talk about, as Mason Cannon, he's down to the 30,
Yep.
the 20, no one's there, 10, 5, touchdown, Elk Rapids. Mason Cannon, 49 yards.
How's your senior night going, Mason Cannon?
Yes, sir. Have yourself a senior night.
Dadgummit, he popped that one.
Yeah, and you know, again, good timely blocking. You know, they hit all their assignments well, and he really had nobody touching him and was able to get that full head of steam, even getting through the second line.
Yep. Now he hit a second gear there and took off like a shot.
Just over 23 seconds to go in the third. It's now 40-14. Elk Rapids over Benzie. Pro setup. One wide to the each side on the 2-point try.
Up the gut.
Head of steam by, is that Braden Flutie?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Another senior. Give that senior 2 points, and that makes the score Elk Rapids 42 and Benzie 14. We're going to keep it right here as Coach wants to talk about the lines here for a little bit.
Really want to talk about the Patriots,
Well,
but
I know
thought it'd be nice.
Like
and
I said,
come out
Coach
with the
wanted to talk
Lions.
about the lines for a little bit. Anyway, I was kind of saying, you know, I thought that was a game that the Chiefs had to have. You know, the Lions didn't really need. Obviously, you don't want to go out and plan a loss. And obviously, there's those controversies that come along with it, and one player being suspended for a game. But what was your take coming out of that game and coming into what I think is a top 3 team in the Tampa Bay Bucks?
Yeah, I mean, that was a tough one, you know, and I don't like to squawk about the refs and all that, but I mean, you know, that was tough, and to be banged up already, and then that was a winnable game for them. I felt like they were right there, but you got to turn the page. I thought they did a good job of that. I heard some interviews, and they weren't like dwelling on it, you know, they were kind of moved on, which you have to do because Baker will come in and torch you if you get your mind anywhere else.
And I'll just get into Baker Mayfield, and now an MVP candidate. And with that offense, I'm still struggling to find more people as the fumble on the kickoff return. He'll be hit hard at the 20-yard line. Whole herd of Elks will meet him there. No more doing, and they'll start 1st and 10 there. Again, I don't know if the Bucs offense is rolling and you've got this MVP candidate in Baker Mayfield, and the way our defense is hurt, and whatnot. But I've seen too many people picking the Lions still over the Bucks. Or that just is that because of the previous 4 games before this loss, and we're just trying to throw this one away?
Well,
or should they be a legit favorite?
I mean, is it in Detroit?
Yes. Baker's beat him there before.
Yeah, but I mean,
Motion by the Huskies.
the Bucks are banged up too.
Zickert will keep it. He'll gain a couple on the play.
You know, Bucks are down a couple receivers, and I mean, the Lions can score with anybody, especially at home. So I'm not shocked that they're a favorite. But yeah, I agree with you. I like the Bucks a lot this year. I think they're poised to make a run, and the NFC is a little bit more wide open than it has been in previous years.
Well, that'll do it for 3 quarters of play here in Elk Rapids. The score is the Elks 42 and the Benzie Central Huskies 14. We'll take a break and come back with the start of the 4th quarter. You're watching Elk Rapids football on Next Level Broadcasting, simulcast on elkrapidsfootball.com. Stay tuned.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe, without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Hey, Dad. Brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto Owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Welcome back to Glowicki Field. Start of the 4th quarter. Handoff for Benzie. And 2nd down. Decent pursuit by the Elks. They'll get maybe a short gain on that play.
Oh, that was Gatlin Zawara again.
Yeah, called his name a couple times tonight.
Yep. Gatlin just started playing football 2 years ago, and this guy is making tackles all over the
Nice. So you've got your last quarter for the seniors here in their home field. You know, you've got going by the roster: Trey Dennis, Braden Flutie, Connor Carlisle, Mason Cannon, Brody. Nope. Why does that say 12 next to his name? Somebody's got to fix that program. I know he's a sophomore. Zach Cadwell, Easton Butte. On 3rd down, Huskies right near the sticks. See if we're going to have a measurement or if they're going to march them forward. 1st and 10, Huskies move the sticks forward. So again, looking at, just named off the seniors. Obviously, I'll be careful since the one was wrong there. But you've got so many of these on here that say 10 and a couple that say 9 on them, and a handful of juniors. A nice core coming back.
For sure. Future's bright for the Elks.
Zicker will keep it this time and go around the left side, gain a few.
Yep. Coach Butte's done a great job setting up all the levels for success. And
Zawara running out of bounds again. Looks like he's hobbled up a little bit. Let's give that young man a break. Now we're into the 4th quarter, too. Pretty soon we'll be naming our Pearls Louisiana Kitchen Player of the Game, who will receive a $10 off gift card towards their next meal at Pearls, and also our Mid-Lake Builders hardest working player of the game. We will get into those here in just a few minutes. Zickert going to keep it on 2nd down. He'll pass the 40 and get dropped at the 41, right by the 1st down marker. Jake Moore, one of the Elks, in on the tackle. Yep. 1st and 10, Huskies. We'll wait till this play, and then I'll dip my toes into this one.
Okay.
Spread offense for Benzie. Try to hard cut. Try to get him again.
Yeah, I got a little flinch.
Zickert will keep it on the fake handoff on the jet sweep. He'll get at least a 1st down to the 45 of Elk Rapids. Churning his legs like Roger Craig and getting down to the 41.
I'll tell you what, this Zickert, man, he's a tough customer. You know, quarterback, he's been throwing the ball around.
He's been
running it a lot. He's been playing some good D. He's probably one of their biggest hitters we've seen
Yeah,
tonight.
the young man's been hauling the mail tonight.
Big time.
Him, and then we're able to, Pritchett's obviously got some nice gash plays from him tonight too. But yeah, I'd say the main player for Benzie has been Zickert all night long tonight, and even some good plays on defense too.
100%.
Hands on his hips. You see that young man has put in an effort tonight.
Got some belly sweep going.
Yeah, pitch it to Gillison. Nothing doing as you got great pursuit by Elk Rapids behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a nice chunk on that play.
When you're trying to get wide and you start to tiptoe, bad things happen. Sometimes you just got to dip your shoulder and take the 2 yards. Benzie needs a first here. I don't think they can hold off the Elks again.
Zickert looking to throw. He was more worried about getting rid of that pass because he had a couple of Elks right in his face that fall incomplete.
Who's number 50?
For the Elks?
Yes.
Hudson Saylor.
Hudson Saylor applying great pressure. Another sophomore. Kid's like 6'5", 240.
Nice. Something I could only dream about. Fumble on the snap. Zickert will keep it, but you got the Elks right there. They're going to lose more yardage on that play. It'll be 4th and extra long. Obviously a chance where they're going to probably go for it regardless, but you're looking at a 4th and about 19, 18 yards.
Yep. Going to have to do something something special here. Maybe try to throw some type of back shoulder pass, see if you can come back to the ball, maybe get a PI. Trayvon Malboof coming out.
Kawhi West subbing in for this play. 4th down for the Huskies. Going to need a big gainer on this. It's aired out by Pritchett. Let's see who can high point it. Nice deflection by McCormick. Intercepted by the Elks. And he'll step out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. Nice tip drill by Elk Rapids. Started by McCormick, and I'm trying to see who that was finished off by.
Yeah, I couldn't pick up a number there.
Waiting for him to turn, and there it is. Keegan Keel with the interception. So, again, nice tip drill by one, tipping it to the other, and another timely turnover with the Huskies trying to force the ball down the field. 1st and 10 Elks going the other way.
This situation here, okay, you know what I mean? 4th quarter, like, you just got to take your shot. Earlier in the game, 2nd quarter there, kind of a different situation for me.
8:41 to go. You've got a substantial lead. Is this one of those just going to, ball control and kind of run it down there? Or another, like I said before, just take what they give you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it hurts you to run 3 safe plays.
Braden
here.
Flutie on 1st down. He gets to the right side. He loses one tackler. Gets through a second one. Not past the 3rd one. He'll get to the 29-yard line. Be 2nd short.
I mean, they're getting 4 or 5 yards of play regardless. I feel like they have been fairly conservative here in the second half, and
So
they're still getting good plays.
So we talked on the Next Level show yesterday about the Detroit Tigers a little bit. Obviously, their season is over now, but trying to gauge on our happiness, I guess, on their season. Obviously, they had an 11.5-game lead going into the All-Star break and ended up losing the division and almost backing their way into the wild card. And luckily got through Cleveland and then got ousted by Seattle. And we'll wait for this play.
Middle gut.
Yeah, Brody Turner up the middle for a 1st down. Calling his first time for him on offense tonight. But obviously, like I said, able replacement for Mason Cannon. Nice chunk play for that young man and a 1st down. So again, we're trying to gauge about Detroit. Were they kind of a team of destiny like last year and they just couldn't hang on? Were the expectations too high? Were they, as a lot of people say, they were still in a rebuild, got lucky last year, and then we just expected them to be a house of fire this year. But they are in kind of a rebuild. You've got one pitcher and you've got a couple of able batters, and that's about it because the rest of it needs to develop.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a Red Sox fan.
Colin McCormick on first down. Ooh, gets a yard, then hit hard. He'll maybe get one more.
Yep, I'm from Massachusetts, so I'm used to like the Red Sox, Yankees, and Mets, and everybody throwing billions of dollars at people. And I look at the Tigers, and not to disparage them in any way, but they just don't look as stacked. They're not putting the same team out there.
Well, one of our questions was, were we getting tired of the general manager or just management in general? Are they, because they're not taking chances, they're not getting that intestinal fortitude to make those hard moves when it's time to?
Right. It just seems like they need a little more firepower. You know what I mean? Like,
pro set for the Elks. Brody Turner going to go again on second down. Nice play. He'll be short of the first down, just by a couple.
Yeah. What do you think about my Red Sox?
And I was just going to say, the one interesting thing is the conversation is for Cy Young. You've got Skubal and the one pitcher from the Red Sox, I think, are the ones they're talking about. And thinking maybe that the Red Sox pitcher may have the edge because he's got more wins. And a lot of people put emphasis on wins.
Well, I mean, they got a million stats to pick from these days.
Yes, they do.
So.
Analytics, man.
Yeah. But, I mean, yeah. Crochet had a great year, but I mean, Skubal was just dominant.
Third down for the Elks. You got Trey Dennis here on the right side, but they'll try their own. No, Brody Turner's got a first down past the 50-yard line. Again, a nice hard run by Brody Turner right up the middle, lowering your head and just running over Huskies to get the first down.
Yeah. And there's your man, the quarterback, one-on-one on the edge with Brody Turner. And you know what I mean? This guy is working hard, this Benzie quarterback. I don't think he's been off the field.
The Tigers' offense was kind of anemic at times, or especially in the second half of the season. And is that because young hitters haven't developed yet, or again, is that part of not making the right moves to get able bats?
Yeah, I think you guys need one more big bat somewhere in there that you can just kind of pencil in,
Double wing setup for Elk Rapids. One in motion. He'll get the handoff. That's Colin McCormick. Gives the 45-40. He's got two Huskies in front of him. Gets tackled and run out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, Elks. 5:07 left to go. And so, again, I mentioned talking about the Tigers on the Next Level Broadcasting Show. Again, we do that every Thursday, right about 6:30. We come on the air. So subscribe to Next Level Broadcasting. You'll get your alerts from when we're about to go live. And we always talk about the previous Friday's games and get into some pro sports and some college sports and see what's going on at that time. We were actually talking Ryder Cup, I believe, on 1 week. And then we preview the upcoming games for that following Friday or Saturday. So, again, it's the Next Level Show on Thursdays. Right about 6:30. Brody Turner on first down. Another chunk play by him. He's going to get 7 yards on that, second short.
Well, I think the burning question really is, are the Patriots the best team in the NFL?
Yeah, I held out till about 4.5 to go in the game to bring that one up. Carson Vincent from Huskies on that tackle. Get that young man on the air tonight. You mentioned that to me a couple weeks, and I pretty much just told you I really don't care. But since then, I did a little bit of homework, and man, what a turnaround they've had.
Coach Vrabel, let me tell you, I put my faith in him. I loved what he did at Tennessee. He took the Titans from nothing to the AFC Championship game in like 3 years.
Trey Dennis, single wide out for the Elks. Colin McCormick on the handoff again. He's got a lead blocker. Let's see if it's used. Yep, he steps on the inside. He'll get at least the first down. Good job by the lead blocker to give him an avenue to at least be able to slip behind him and at least get first down yardage.
Yep, Elks putting together a nice drive.
Yeah, Traven Malbuff out there, rumbling, stumbling, bumbling, and setting up a key block for a first down.
Yep. Elks got the big boys in right now. I think they're going to try to wham and bam, slam it in.
3:30 left to go now. Eric Huffman, Coach Liberty Provost in the booth tonight. Thank you for joining us. Levi Prohl doing our production. Burr Ari giving us all the wonderful shots from out in the stands. Pro set for the Elks.
Up the middle.
Turner again. You know, if you're not going to stop him from getting at least 5 yards every carry, you might as well just keep giving him the ball until he scores.
Mm-hmm. You know the Elks would love to punch one more in here. Maybe hit a 50 burger on this Friday night.
Yep, the Elks not in a hurry, obviously. Game well in hand. No sense risking anything, you know, try to hurry something up and a player gets injured or whatnot. You know, let's maybe keep the basics and just see if you can't score just by playing basic football.
It's been working all night. I don't see why I wouldn't hear.
Turner up the middle. Nothing doing that time. He tried to stop and change his direction, but he had a whole host of Huskies right there. He'll get no gain on that play. Be 3rd and 5.
Oh, yeah, they went hard A-gap blitz there for sure.
Trammell just taking his time coming in, under 2 minutes.
Yeah, no rush for the Elks here. But I can guarantee you in that huddle right now, these boys want to score.
So then my only question will be, will it be a senior that gets the ball? Because you got Brody Turner toting the mail this drive.
Mm-hmm. Is that Cannon with him in the back? Or Flutie?
No, that is...
Brody. Yeah, Brody.
Yep, Brody on the carry. But I was thought that because you've had McCormick back there for a couple of carries now too, but
okay.
I couldn't tell if it was possibly Flutie, but I think that might be Colin McCormick. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Flutie's got his hat off here on the sideline.
Gotcha. Same with Cannon.
Yeah, you've got Cannon and Darren and Carlisle all done for the day.
Having a little senior powwow on the side. 4th and 2 for a first here. What are we snapping from the 10?
Yeah, looks like right on the 10. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Let's see if Trammell's got enough.
It's going to be close. It's going to be real close.
Almost looked like he slipped before he was able to lunge forward. We'll see if he's got enough for the first down.
They gave it to him. 1st and goal.
1st and goal inside the 10-yard line. Looks like about from the 8, under a minute to go. Now, do they go for the score, or are they just let's run a play, and if the clock runs out, the clock runs out? I know what they want to do. What are they going to do?
Looks like they're in victory formation to me.
Coach is giving me the side eye going, what do you think they want to do? Yeah.
But
good decision by the Elks. No sense trying to run a score up when you're up by this much already. Less than 30 seconds to go. Yes, it's nice to score, and yes, it's nice to do things on senior night. But the sportsmanship thing to do would be to take a knee, which is what they're going to do, and we're going to let the time tick down to 000s here.
Classy move by the Elk Rapids coaching staff.
Absolutely, and so we'll get to 000s, and that'll end the game here. The score. The final will be the Elk Rapids Elks 42 and the Benzie Central Huskies 14. And we're going to keep it right here for a minute. Coach, let's talk a little post-game for a minute. Man, what an exciting game tonight. We got a lot more than what I bargained for when I was thinking about it on my trip down tonight. Did not expect 42 points from one team, maybe the 14, but I didn't expect 42 from Elk Rapids tonight. But nonetheless, what a great performance by them on senior night.
Beautiful night, lots of fans out, band sounding hot, Elks putting up lots of touchdowns, some exciting special teams plays. Good times. Elks are heading to ring the bell.
So we've got a couple orders of business to take care of, Coach, before we sign off for the night. So we've got our Pearls player of the game providing a $10 off gift card during their next meal at Pearls. And so, Coach, if you got a name you want to throw into the ring?
I kind of like Cannon. I like Cannon for player of the game.
And so do I. So our Pearls player of the game will be Mason Cannon. Congrats to that young man. $10 off for his next meal.
I kind of had a thought towards hardest worker, too, but I don't want to be presumptuous.
Okay, well, let's see. We can throw names out there. So we've got our Mid-Lake Builders hardest working player of the game. And who's one on your mind?
Well, the guy that had a little fall breaking through the poster was hyped all night. That was Zach Caldwell. He didn't slow down after that. I thought he made some nice plays defensively. And
so I always like to give it that person that does the little bit, the ugly stuff or whatever, does the stuff like that hardest worker or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yes, absolutely. I am in full agreement with that. So our Mid-Lake Builders hardest working player of the game is going to go to Zach Cadwell. Nice job by him. And so, again, the final score, Elk Rapids 42, Benzie Central 14. And again, don't forget to check us out tomorrow where you've got 2 games going on, Gaylord St. Mary's and Holton, plus Traverse City St. Francis and Jackson Lumen Christie down at Thurlby Field. That will be an exciting game. Make sure you tune in for that. And don't forget to tune in to the Next Level Broadcasting Show next Thursday. We'll go over the highlights of this game and preview the Elks' next game, which is their season ender at East Jordan. So, for myself, Eric Huffman, for Coach, and for my producer and for my cameraman and the whole crew here, we thank you all for joining us on Next Level. You take care. Have yourself a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next Thursday for the NLB show. Have a great night.